2025 regularly scheduled, well, not so regularly, this is Monday evening, our regularly scheduled county commission meeting this 18th day of August 2025. I invite you to remain standing through the end of the pledge by Commissioner Jones, but first I want to recognize Commissioner Crawford for our invocation.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you again for this another day you've given us to be a part of. We thank you for the good health. We thank you for watching over us, keeping us safe as we travel. Be with us now as we go into this meeting to conduct the business of our county. May we be very diligent in the decisions we make. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, proper salute. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
When the board opens, please record your presence. Has every member recorded their presence? Madam Clerk.
17 present, 7 absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We have a quorum. The August 2025 meeting of the Sullivan County Commission is in session. Thank you. Our first order of business is proclamations and recognition. I'd like to invite, I think we have a video presentation from the Department of Education, and Mr. Carter, would you like to come up to the well and introduce it, sir? Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for allowing this opportunity to share. Before we start, I would like to recognize some folks out here in the audience that are with us this evening. We have Board Chairman Matt Price and Board Member Miss Angie Stanley. We have Principal Hank Hare and Principal Mark Pendleton from Indian Springs. And then Mr. Hare has his family with him for a specific purpose. Eric, his son, was the director, producer, and filmmaker of this production I'm getting ready to share with you. Of course, Eric is a graduate from Sullivan East High School, and then in addition, just recently graduated from ETSU in this particular career field. So what you're getting ready to see is a production that we started a project over a year ago, and we had first called it a rebranding of Sullivan County Schools. And as we got into this, it's not anything that we ever wanted to do away with the past or pretend that the past was not important or relevant to us, but just to reposition our school system as a school system that cares, and a school system that's pushing the limits and making sure we give every opportunity for our students to be successful in this new economy that we're entering, where it's a global economy. And we want our students to be able to compete for those jobs with the best of the best, and we have the best here, we believe. So I'm not going to speak much longer, but afterwards I would like to recognize Eric, if that's okay, as a producer. I think you enjoyed it. It's been very well received, and it speaks volumes, I believe, about what we're doing. Should we dim the lights, or? All right.
Inspiring children is something we take very serious in Sullivan County. My name is Hank Hare, and I'm the principal at Bluff City Elementary School. We inspire children here to go for their dreams. When I walk in the building, I get to see children giving it their all every single day. That inspires me. You need to have that ability to say, I can do this. And here at Bluff City and here in Sullivan County, your child's going to get that every day.
Well, I'm Mike Wilson. I'm the principal at Miller Perry Elementary. The past 6 years in a row, we have been named a Tennessee Reward School for achievement. And so that earned us the National Blue Ribbon Award. I think one thing we do really well is we look at TCAP data. We use that data to guide instruction. And then we use daily assessments to see where our students are and come up with a plan for remediation or enrichment depending on what their needs are. When the kids think the teacher cares and knows the teacher cares about them, they'll work really hard. So I think that's the key for us is the relationship building.
My name is Katie McGee. I teach 4th grade math at Rock Springs Elementary School. Many of our schools in Sullivan County are level 5 schools. We have several reward schools, and we have many letter A schools as well. I enjoy being a teacher in Sullivan County because we're truly like a family.
Sullivan County teachers spend time getting to know students. They're very creative with what they do in the classroom. The best thing is the family atmosphere. We do things that really include families. You know, we want to be a partnership and we want to grow together. And then that's when our children benefit the most. To come to Sullivan County Schools means that you are going to be loved, you're going to be identified, and you're going to be supported.
I believe innovate is really the phrase we want to use when we describe what we're doing in middle school. My name is Shay McClure. I'm the STEM teacher at Sullivan Heights Middle School. We are trying to be forward thinking. We have our base 6th grade STEM program where you get to learn about all 16 career paths. Next year we're looking to offer up large drones, greenhouse, automotive, welding through VR. We are looking at nursing through some VR programs. All those are new classes that we're looking to add. We're always looking to add more that align with our partners up at Westridge and at East High. The advantage you get by coming to Sullivan County Schools is that you have hard-working, dedicated teachers who not only care about you, but are always looking to make the experience at our schools even better.
I'm Margaret Tran. I'm the STEM and robotics teacher at Sullivan East Middle School. This year we traveled to Clarksville and competed against 32 of the best teams in the state. We had 4 teams make it to the championship level in Dallas. They came in, practiced every day after school, multiple weekends. With that, working at home on their engineering notebooks. It's a very interactive, community-involved program. We started off in a smaller room. There was standing room only in there. And so having the opportunity to have the addition that we've done here at the school expands that space exponentially. We've been limited to the number of kids that can be on the program just because of this space. So now we're going to be able to include more students into the program. And as that grows, we will continue to see the robot development and the sophistication of the robots change as well.
Hi, my name is Tammy Sauls. I am the librarian at Sullivan Heights Middle School. This was the library I've had in my head for years. I took the categories that I thought were high interest to the kids and made the areas so that if they wanted a scary book, they could go to the haunted house. If they wanted a comic style book, they could go to where Batman and Superman were hanging out at the comic book store. If you want your child to be loved all day long while they are not in your presence, you can send them to a Sullivan County school and that's going to happen.
I'm Dr. Leo, principal at Westridge High School. Our programs here at Westridge High School have transformed our students' livelihood as they leave our school. We certainly have programs such as health science, or welding, culinary art that have really inspired students to go on and do careers based off those programs. So one of the most exciting things here at Westridge is that we partner with about 100 industries in our community. Some of those being Strongwell, Bell, Eastman, City of Kingsport. So our students get work-based learning opportunities and they get to go out and work with these industries. And some of these students will go on and make careers out of it. I'm very proud of our faculty and staff here at West Ridge. They really welcome our students in, not only our students, but our parents. We want our students to leave here knowing they were not only academically prepared, but that they were cared for and loved by our faculty and staff. I think that's what our tradition is being built on, and we're real proud of that.
I'm Andy Hare, principal of Sullivan East High School, and I had the amazing opportunity to get to work with some of the finest young men and women this country's ever seen in the greatest community in the state of Tennessee. It's not just about educating our students, it's about putting them on new trajectories of their life, to transform their opportunities into things they never dreamed that they could accomplish. Every year, it just keeps expanding. So there's no excuse for anyone not to succeed. One of the great opportunities our students have here is through a partnership with Ballad Health, Lindbergh Philanthropies, and Sullivan East High School, and that is the Ballad Health Academy. And our students that go through this program will not only graduate high school, but they'll also graduate with the help of those at Tennessee College of Applied Technology with an LPN license and get a job with Ballad Health. So the opportunities these children have are putting them on these amazing trajectories in life that they can reach the stars. And it's so exciting to get to be part of that. You know, we often say that the world's asking for the best. You know what? That's exactly what they're going to get, a Sullivan East graduate.
So this is Chuck Carter, Director of Schools in Sullivan County. The mission statement in Sullivan County is to prepare our students to be college and career ready so that they can go out and be productive members of our society and our community. And we want to be an inspiration to students so that they can see the best in themselves and they can succeed at whatever success looks like for them. We're innovating by bringing in new ideas and new ways of doing things. Once we've innovated, we're transforming how education is done. We're meeting the 21st century needs through what we do with our students in our classroom. So for us, inspire, innovate, transform, that's how we do business in Sullivan County. How many times I watch it, I get more fired up every time. Eric, could you please stand up there? That video is available on YouTube as well, and hope you'll share it and get the message out there. We want everybody to know what we're doing. So, thank you.
Before we move on, Mr. Hare, the younger Mr. Hare, you have a gift, and I hope you keep going with it. Thank you. I'm sure you will. I know you will. Next order, appointment. I'm gonna need a little help with the last name. Mary Candice, is that correct? Not getting any help with that one at all. Y'all left me in the dryer on that one. Mary Candice to the Intermont Utility District. Whereas the Intermont Utility District Board of Commissioners does hereby certify to the Sullivan County Mayor pursuant to TCA 782307 that a vacancy has occurred upon said utility board. The Intermont District Board of Commissioners further certifies that the nominee, Mary, I'm going to say Candice, is qualified and has agreed to serve on the board. Is there any discussion on the appointment? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve the appointment?
So moved.
Have a motion to approve by Commissioner Crawford, second by Commissioner Means. Any further discussion? Without objection, when the board opens, please cast your vote on the appointment to the Intermont Utility District. Requires simple 13 votes for passage. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, the appointment is approved. Next order, appointment to Bill Winters to the Bluntville Utility District. Whereas the Bluntville Utility District Board of Commissioners does hereby certify to the Sullivan County Mayor pursuant to TCA 782-307 that a vacancy has occurred upon said utility board by virtue of the expiration of a term. The Bluntville District Board of Commissioners further certifies that the nominee Bill Winters is qualified and has agreed to serve on the board. Is there any discussion on the appointment?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve by Commissioner Cole, second by Commissioner Crosswhite. Any further discussion on the appointment? Without objection, when the board opens, please cast your vote on the appointment of Bill Winters to the Bluntville Utility District, requiring 13 votes for passage. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, the appointment is approved. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to jump from 3 to 4 since we're doing appointments. I'm going to jump past 5 to go 4 and go to 5. The appointment is Jerry Fleener, Amy Brown, and J.D. Gregory to Sullivan County Emergency Communications District Board. Whereas in accordance with TCA 8786105, Sullivan County Mayor Richard S. Venable, and upon recommendation of the Sullivan County Emergency Communications Board, hereby makes the following appointments to the Sullivan County Emergency Communication District Board. Jerry Fleener, term to expire September 30th, 2029. Amy Brown, term to expire September 30th, 2029. And J.D. Gregory, term to expire September 30th, 2028. The floor is open for discussion on the appointments. Recognize Commissioner Jones.
I was just curious if these represent a specific area of the county or a group of citizens of the county. I just was curious as to that, how those come.
To my understanding, they're not districted. They're simply countywide. Thank you, Commissioner Cowden.
That was going to be my comment.
Oh,
They don't have certain districts because I serve on 911.
Thank you very much. Anyone else seek recognition? Entertain a motion to approve the appointments. Motion to approve by Commissioner Cowden, second by Commissioner Crawford. Any further discussion on the appointments? Without objection, when the board opens, please cast your vote on the appointments of Jerry Fleener, Amy Brown, and J.D. Gregory. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, the appointments are approved. Our next order is proclamation recognizing the month of September as Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. And the reason we're running it a month early is there is a campaign currently that's involving multiple counties in our area, and they were wanting to share all the different counties that have signed on and recognized the month of September as Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. And at this time, I'd like to recognize Commissioner Jones in the well, who has a statement that he'd like to make regarding the month, and I will then read the proclamation thereafter.
This past week, I had a question come to me from a group that works in this area, and they said, you know, Sullivan County leads the state in suicides. Not something we ought to be proud of. I've laid on the desk of each of you this sheet. You'll take a look at it, because and the state surveys run 2 years behind. So this is from 23. In 23, Sullivan County had the highest rate, 27.1% of suicide. And East Tennessee had the second highest rate at 24.2. Those are, on that sheet are some statistics, and I've talked to Mr. Carter about it. It's alarming. And when you know, the first thing people say, oh, it's all about drugs. Drugs drops down into 5%. Firearms, 69%. Hanging, 18%. Poisoning, 8%. There's been a 47% increase in the suicide rates among youth ages 10 to 17 from 19 to 23, 2019. 80% increase in firearms related during the same period. That 5% includes jumping from a height, drowning, and other unspecified. But this, to me, was extremely alarming as a parent and grandparent. This is something I had never heard before. And I just want to say it's very alarming. It's something that each of us as elected officials in Sullivan County, the governing body, should, I think, be aware of and see what can we do to prevent it. And we do have a proclamation that's going to be presented now that the mayor has signed. It's his proclamation about suicide rates and how we are going to join with other counties in the state of Tennessee. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. The proclamation reads as follows. Whereas suicide is a tremendous form of suffering, one of the most disruptive and tragic events a family and a community can experience, with more than 1,200 lives lost in Tennessee each year and an estimated 25 attempted suicides for each suicide death. Whereas suicide is the 12th leading cause of death in Tennessee, the third leading cause of death among youth and young adults ages 10 to 24, as well as the fourth leading cause of death of adults ages 35 to 44, and the eighth leading cause of death for adults ages 45 to 54. Whereas understanding the risk of suicide can be reduced through awareness, education, and treatment. And whereas whereas suicide prevention has been declared a state priority by Governor Bill Lee in the Tennessee legislature. And whereas 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people in distress, prevention, and crisis resources for you or your loved ones, and best practices for professionals in the United States. And whereas a Suicide Prevention Network Advisory Council has been appointed to coordinate the implementation of the Tennessee Strategy for Suicide Prevention. And whereas the Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network is a grassroots collaboration of Tennesseans, organizations working to eliminate the stigma of suicide, educate the community about the warning signs of suicide, and ultimately reduce the rate of suicide in our state. And whereas TSPN encourages all Tennesseans to become trained and play a role in suicide prevention to support quality of life. Whereas everyone can play a role in suicide prevention by learning and sharing the risk and warning signs, decreasing the stigma as a means to promote help seeking by talking about suicide using safe messaging and sharing the available resources. Now therefore, on behalf of Richard S. Venable, Mayor of Sullivan County, we hereby proclaim September 2025 as Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And Madam Clerk, I'll enter this into record. Thank you all. Next order, approval of meeting minutes, July 10, 2025, rezoning hearing and work session, and July 17, 2025, regular session meeting. Any discussion on the minutes as printed? Motion to approve by Commissioner Crawford, second by Commissioner Cole. Any discussion? Without objection, when the board opens, please cast your votes on the approval of minutes. Requires 13 votes for passage. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, minutes are approved. Without objection, next order is approval of notaries. Madam Clerk.
Kimberly Nora Arnold, Connie B. Ball, Richard Begley, Melanie Bishop, Jason Boggs, Summer Caldwell, Michelle Denise Carroll, Treasure N. Chapman, Kara J. Clark, Pamela E. Cody, Corina Carol Dishner, Rhonda Beth Fleener, Jennifer L. Gasperson, Brianna E. Flynn, Amanda Lee Henson, Connie Higgins, Danielle A. Jones, Dalton Kimball, Amy Klein, Melissa Laster, Brianna Lawson, Madison S. Manis, Raymond Edward Mann, Jordan Marsh, Luke Allen Mead, Ashley Nice, Susanna Ruth Nelson, Christy Dawn Nowlin, Donna L. Pendergrass, Sheila D. Ryan, Kayla Scanlon, Kathy F. Seaton, Ewing T. Sexton, Caroline Schaefer, Miranda Stacy, Tracy Paulette Starnes, Angela Renee Stewart, Blake Charles Thompson, Mark Tolliver, Abby Wexler, Jared Williams, Kaylee Williams.
You've heard the list of notaries. Any discussion on the list of notaries as presented? Motion to approve the list of notaries by Commissioner Cole, second by Commissioner Crawford. Is there any further discussion? Without objection, when the board opens, please cast your vote on the list of notaries as presented. It requires 13 votes for passage. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Having received the necessary majority of votes cast, the notaries are approved. Without objection, next order is public comment on agenda and non-agenda related items. And I didn't get an opportunity to say anything. Is there anyone here that would like to sign up for either that didn't get an opportunity to? Does anyone wish to sign up for agenda-related public comments? Without objection, on non-agenda related items, I'd like to invite John Rose to come forward, and while you're making your way up, I'll read the public comment rules. Each speaker is requested to state their name and address for the clerk's electronic record. Though this is not question and answer, clarifying questions may be permitted. No speaker can transfer or yield time to another speaker. Each speaker will be allotted 3 minutes uninterrupted and is asked to direct all comments to the chair of the body, not the members. At the end of the 3 minutes, I will let you know and ask that you make your final statement. Mr. Rose.
John Rose, 1017 Hill Road. I wanted to say thank you tonight is why I'm really here. I sent a thank you card, but it got returned in the mail, so I talked to Chairman Gardner and said, can I just come by and say thank you. We appreciate this commission's support of the Air Service Project. The press conference was held just a couple of weeks ago. About 200 people attended that event. What was most exciting about that event was the number of tourism organizations from across the region. We have them from Greene County, Johnson County, Southwest Virginia, Northeast Tennessee Tourism Association. I'm not going to try to name them all, but I tried to give you the distance they traveled. It was great to see the community support. The new air services with Breeze. It will begin service on December 12th. And yes, I have tickets on the first flight. That was something I talked to my wife about as soon as we started working on this project. We really, to reiterate, we really appreciate the support of this commission and other communities. It was a team effort. More than a dozen private companies contributed to this and 6 communities. So we just wanted to say thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight.
Does anyone, would you be interested in entertaining some questions, sir?
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Rose? Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you, always. Next order is the consent calendar, approval of the consent calendar. Yep, okay, excuse me. I didn't see that you had your, did you do it late?
I don't have anything on public comment, but I would like to recognize 3 young ladies that's with us here tonight for a purpose. They're sitting on the front row. It's Chris Davis, Sherry DeVault, and Michelle Rowe. Would y'all come up to the podium, please?
I had a feeling that was them because when you said 3 ladies, they all looked down, so that's.
Last week at the workshop, y'all heard me mention the name Sherry DeVault, and Sherry's the young lady standing in the middle, and those three ladies right there working together, and there's a lady that's not with them, not Kristen Buttrey is another one. On the finance team, those three ladies right there hold the threads together in the cloth. I'll tell you, the things that they bring in there and the things that they provide for us and the things that funnel on into this county commission from those ladies makes it a lot easier for people of Sullivan County, I'm telling you. And they're just tremendous to work with. And Sherry there has worked on grants for the county. One of them's in this packet tonight, the generators and other things. And Chris with purchasing and things that she's done, and the help with Michelle on that. But once a month, that finance committee runs smooth because of those three ladies out there. And I wanted to recognize them. I wanted you all to hear just some of the things that they've been doing here lately. Sherry? Introduce yourself, please.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sherry DeVault. Been in the county quite some time, hanging around one side or the other. I've been here a year, and it's been quite a learning curve, and it also has been a welcomed challenge. So I've had a blast for the last year, and the job continues to roll and continues to grow. So I couldn't have done it without the help of these two right here. They're very helpful to me. So I appreciate your support.
Thank you for coming. Michelle, you got something for us?
Thank you. Just want to thank you all for your support for our county, and we'll continue to work very hard and do our jobs to the best of our abilities.
Well, I probably stood before you now, I guess it's been a year, asking for the help. So I do appreciate all the help that you gave us. Sherry's been great. Like she said, it's been a learning curve for us because that was a new position, but she's jumped right in, and everything has been rolling really good. So I really, really appreciate your all support a year ago for this position. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much.
Mr. Baldwin, I hate that you sat back down, but can I ask you an unfair question?
Sure. Sure.
Remember, we still have a consent calendar to approve.
I know it's asking for something that you may not have together, but it's impressive the amount of grants that have come in since you started in that position. Do you have a ballpark of how much you brought in?
I was afraid you were going to ask that. A ballpark, there were a lot of good things going on when I got here. So we have about 45 grants right now that we're working in. And over the past 9 months or so, myself and all the departments, because it's a team effort, somewhere around $1.7 million. But know that every department works very hard, and they're working with me, and so that's the best part of it.
No, I agree, team effort, but thank you. That's fantastic. No, appreciate it.
Commissioner Manuel.
I just want to say thank you too for those three people right there. If everybody remembers, about a year ago, we did this resolution to create this grant, and Chris Davis was the last bulletin again to ask for help with grants and grant coordination. So I just want to say sometimes we do some things right, and right there sits one of them. So thank you for all you've done.
Thank y'all. I'll rewind a little bit. The public comment portion of the agenda is closed. Next order is the approval of the consent calendar. Consent calendar consists of item number 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Is there any item that anyone wishes to bump off the consent calendar? And it's actually proper, is there an item that we didn't get an opportunity to put on consent calendar at the work session that you would like to reconsider for consent calendar this evening? No, we can't bump the ones off that has her name, that's all, that'd be all of us. We'd be back at square one. Is there an item that anyone wishes to bump off or add on? Motion to approve. Motion to approve by Commissioner Cowton, second by Commissioner Crawford. Any further discussion on the consent calendar? Without objection, when the board opens, please cast your vote on the consent calendar requiring 13 votes for passage. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, the consent calendar is approved. Without objection, that brings us back to our regular schedule of resolutions. Recognize Commissioner Vanover on item number 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item 3 is a resolution to recognize and accept State of Tennessee payments for teacher bonus reimbursement into the Sullivan County Board of Education's general fund. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of Sullivan County, Tennessee, assembled in regular session, hereby authorizes the Sullivan County Department of Education to recognize said grant funds in the general purpose school fund not to exceed the amount of $1,393,980. The revenue and expenditure accounts are listed on the paper. I'd like to ask for waiver of rules for immediate introduction and adoption.
You've heard the explanation on item number 3. Sponsor moves waiver of rules for immediate introduction on item number 3. The floor is open for discussion. Anyone seek recognition on item number 3? Anyone seek recognition? Commissioner Vanover.
I'd like to add anyone who votes in the affirmative as a co-sponsor. And before we vote, I'd just like to say that I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our state representatives. Without them and Governor Lee, this wouldn't be possible. They're the ones that made it happen. And along with Senator Harshbarger, I thank Mr. Carter and our school board, which many of them are here tonight. So thank you for your work on this also. We're actually just a conduit to get the money to the teachers, and we're proud to be that. Anytime we can do that. As for the county commission, I think I can speak for everyone when I say that we value our teachers, we appreciate our teachers, and we hope you have a great year. So, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Vanover. Anyone else seek recognition? Sponsor renews his motion on item number 3 for waiver of rules requiring 16 votes for passage. When the board opens, please cast your vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, item number 3 is adopted. Without objection, next order. Item number 12. Sure, you got item number 12. Recognize Commissioner Crosswhite on item number 12.
We discussed this on the work session. It is a grant through for the Sheriff's Department for phone, video, visitation, technology grants. It's a total of $485,000 that will be per year. And if you have any questions, I think Willie's back there and can probably answer, but they got this grant, so.
You've heard the explanation on item number 12. The floor is open for discussion on item number 12. Anyone seek recognition? Recognize Commissioner King.
Thank you. I guess I'd like for Mr. Carswell to come forward. Chief, okay, Chief.
Chief
Carswell.
I'm good.
But anyway, when we had our work session, I hadn't much more got out the front door to Chief called me. He was on the phone. And we had a conversation and I thought we had everything worked out. But when I looked at the resolution, I don't see a whole lot has changed on it. Especially what you talked about and agreed on.
I think, it's John here, Donna. I think that has to be added in tonight. I did update and send it to them this morning. And I think it can't be changed until, you can change it right now, but I did change the word that you requested.
I guess, can we see that before we vote on this?
I emailed it. Do you have it? I don't know. Is that what I sent to you? I've got a copy back here. I'll bring it to you. I did send the email. I guess the proper procedure was to send it to John.
Is that a revised copy of the existing resolution?
Yeah, I would just assume he would get that to you all. And I think the biggest question is what that money would be used for. And of course, that money is going to be used for the jail. I mean, this is something too that June 30th, the FCC director changed the rules or suspended that law that they had passed, the Martha Reed, that they had passed back in, I think, January. And it's suspended through 2027, and that allowed us, had we signed that contract before, it would have just been $115,000, but they renegotiated with us.
Can we take about 5 minutes to get copies with everybody?
With the
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. All I know to do is I'm supposed to send it to him, and he's...
A motion to recess for 10 minutes. Anyone entertain with us? Motion to recess for 10 minutes by Commissioner Crosswhite, seconded by Commissioner King. All those in favor of 10-minute recess, signify by saying aye. Recess for 10 minutes, or be back at 7.
So I know he's really good. So they're good.
Here's the grant lady.
I've never seen you with a data. You have to bring a data. Exactly what I Put this helicopter in there.
That car's wet. Yeah, they put this helicopter in here. I wasn't part of it. Joe, where's Mr. Bell? That's not down, quit working.
Actually, I don't know if I have your sleeves. Or I can just type it in right now. High speed. High speed. I got one moment. I'll put Chuck right out. Why not? I think it's because their mother told them they were special, and everybody's special.
It took me too long to accomplish it.
I think the relevant council, I know it came in your recent, do not remember why, until you go back to the door. To us, until you go back to the word. Yeah.
We ready? It was already in there?
The sponsorship.
I think we're ready to reconvene. Without objection, recognize Commissioner Crosswhite on item number 12.
Thank you, Chairman. With this new copy of the resolution, it looks like all they take out is law enforcement, is that correct?
Yeah, I think the, I think the question was what that money was gonna be used for. And it's 100% gonna be used, I mean, if you all want me to come over here on everything we purchased, but my plan was to offset the budget. I spoke about this several months ago, 6 months ago, but to offset the jail budget going into the next year. So if something needs to be purchased, if it's an emergency or whatever, it'll be used out of that money to do it. I don't really know what the question was as far as the purpose for the money, what it was going to be used for.
I recognize Commissioner King. That's where we were when we took the recess. Commissioner King.
And I agree with everything what you said. The thing of it was, we have asked, the budget committee have asked for a list, and then also on the jail committee. What do we have, so somebody gives us what we're gonna have to buy and how much it's gonna cost, how do we plan to get the money to spend to do it? And this is a great thing, and what you've done, you've taken a lot of your time to do this, and I appreciate that. All I'm saying is, if we're gonna get this money, and it's gonna be generated in the jail, then use it for opening the new jail. And that's what, and then if you put detention, and that's what you mean is the new jail, then I'm fine with it. But if you put detention and starts going somewhere else, then I've got a problem with that.
I'm not sure what, you can add in there that whatever we spend it on, we need to bring it over here before you all. It doesn't matter to me. That's the whole intention. But what the wording says doesn't matter. I didn't, somebody wanted the law enforcement. I put detention, you can put jail or whatever you want in there. It doesn't, the money is going to go to the jail. And as far as the list goes, the majority of the items have already been bought for the jail. So this money would offset if there was an emergency came up. The money's got to be spent within the calendar year. So we'll purchase whatever items. I mean, we may even have to offset, right now we have a big sinkhole developing on the side of the, so stuff like that. But if you want to add that in there, it doesn't matter to me. We just worked hard to get the money, and it's money that, is free money to the county that wasn't there 6 months ago.
Right.
And so how it's spent, it doesn't matter to me. Kind of.
Well, that, since January, we've asked for a list. And I've never seen it. And I've asked, we talked to Chris, things comes, they bring stuff in there and for her to pay for it. And, I mean, you got to plan for this stuff if you're going, as far as our money that we've got to have to pay for this stuff. That's what I'm after.
You don't have to have money, this is a grant, and it says in.
No.
One at a time.
The things on the list, is what I'm saying. If you don't have a list, how you gonna know what you're gonna buy? How you gonna know where the money's gonna come from to pay for all this stuff? That, just like Michael Coleman needs a new computer. Is that somewhere where we can, find out how many more computers are needed?
A lot of those things have already been purchased and, through purchasing, through the initial money we had on that bond. So we've been purchasing this thing. I don't think you realize we bought mats. We bought 736 mats to be delivered. And there's other things too that I'm not even aware of yet. I mean, there's the construction isn't even complete. I mean, there's things that the architect has no idea on how to fix at this point. So there's a lot of things. So if you want a list of what we've purchased already, I can get with Chris and we can do that. It's just, we're taking care of things as they come. That we have issues that come up every day. It's kind of hard to sit there and just pencil in everything, but we have bought computers.
All right.
We've purchased desks and furnitures too. A lot of that stuff hasn't been delivered yet because the construction isn't complete. So it's kind of hard to.
Okay. Commissioner Crosswhite, would you accept changing the word detention and put jail?
It's the same word, detention and jail is the same.
And again, I'd like Commissioner Crosswhite, if you will, I'd like for you to remind us at the end. I'm not trying to rudder the discussion on the resolution, but just that we had talked about earlier in before the meeting, the $485,000 at the bottom to add per year to that. To that.
And Mr. Carswell, you've got in here video visitation, video chat, electronic messaging. You've listed some things that you're going to use for this, correct?
Well, that's what the vendors actually
provide.
Yeah, they're providing that, and commission comes back to the county through this.
And do we not need to get this signed as soon as we can so we can get this grant?
Yes, I mean, they're waiting, we can't move forward, and they're taking over they're gonna add all this stuff into the new jail too, so that'll have to be completed.
Yeah. I'd like to go ahead and put this on waiver of rules, and, I mean, they got the grant, I feel sure they'll use it appropriately, and, I'm for putting it on waiver of rules, and let's go.
Sponsor moves waiver of rules on item number 12 for immediate introduction, requiring 16 votes for passage. If there's no further discussion, without objection, when the board opens, please cast your vote on item number 12, requires 16 votes for passage. Has every member voted? Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Without objection, Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, item number 12 is adopted. Thank you. Next order. Before we move on to item number 13, excuse me. Yes, excuse me. Before we move on, during the break, Commissioner asked me about item number 11 on the consent calendar. We've approved the consent calendar, but Commissioner asked me about item number 11, about bringing it off the consent calendar, and that would require a vote. That would require a motion and a second to remove item number 11 from the consent calendar, a motion to reconsider item number 11. Recognize Commissioner Jones.
We had a lot of discussion on this Thursday. I don't see the need to come back and beat it up again. I know there's been something laid on our desk, but we already covered all that Thursday. So I would say leave it on consent. That's my opinion.
And I understand that, but it would require a motion from the floor. Does anyone wish to offer that? Does anyone wish to make a motion to pull item number 11 off the consent calendar? Without objection, consent calendar will stay where it is. Thank y'all. I just wanted to let the process work. Please, where are we at? Item 13 or 14? Without objection, recognize Commissioner Crosswhite on item number 13.
Thank you, Chairman. This is for generators, FEMA, and they will be paying part of it. Sullivan County Emergency Management Agency, Emergency Staging Area, Shelter-in-Place Facility, Sullivan County Mayor's Office and Finance Department. FEMA will be paying 75%, TEMA 12.5, and the county will be doing the rest at 12.5, which breaks down to FEMA 436,125, TEMA 72,688, and our match would be 72,688. But these are generators, and it's we desperately need them in these times. So, waiver rules.
You've heard the explanation on item number 13. The sponsor moves waiver of rules for immediate introduction. The floor is open for discussion on item number 13. Anyone seek recognition? Does anyone seek recognition on item number 13? Madam Clerk, when the board opens, see without objection. When the board opens, please cast your vote on item number 13, requiring 16 votes for passage. Waiver of rules.
he's here. Okay. Michael Cole. Give him about 30 more seconds. I'll have everybody be able to vote. I'm sorry? After the meeting, after I leave. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk?
16 yes, 8 absent.
Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, item number 13 is adopted. Without objection, item number 14, sponsored by Commissioner Hayes, seconded by Commissioner Glover. I'll recognize Commissioner Glover on item number 14.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This resolution is placed for sale county-owned property at 1052 Bristol Caverns Highway by publishing public notice of the intent to sell. The necessary steps of process for would-be buyers to place offers of purchase of said property. Whereas in court order, Sullivan County became the owner of the property located at 1052 Bristol Caverns Highway, and the county has no use for this parcel. Whereas multiple individuals have expressed interest and have made offers to purchase this property from the county, a move would be in place in vacant on the tax roll. Whereas per county policy, a potential sale of the property was reviewed by the Financial Management Committee, which voted to recommend to the full commission that the property be advertised for sale to give those interested a clear path to legally purchase it. And therefore be resolved, County Commission meeting September, approved placement of county-owned property at 1052 Bristol Caverns Highway for sale. The way we ended up with that piece of property, it was all grown up, it was trashed up, and the county went in and cleaned all of it up, and the owner at that time didn't want to pay for the debris removal and all that, so that's how we ended up as owners of the property. And we have to pass this resolution to put it up for sale to make it available for people. And then I think when that happens, pursuant to the county attorney's advice last week, we have to bring it back to accept the sale price of the property once that's agreed upon by the mayor. So that's where we're at. And I'd like to put this on the waiver of rules, so John can go ahead and get the advertisement sent out to the newspapers and other folks that would be interested in buying.
Thank you, Commissioner Glover. You've heard the explanation on item number 14. The sponsor moves waiver of rules requiring 16 votes for immediate consideration. The floor is open for discussion. Recognize Commissioner Ireson on item number 14.
Just curious, I know that the county sends out a list of properties periodically. So how expensive is us to advertise this one piece of property, just one thing? Would it be better and easier, or could we change it to where it's just going to be added to the next list that they publish? Instead of advertising it for an individual? I have no idea how much it is, but it seems expensive for one property.
The difference of this, it's not a tax sale. That's the question that I had, but it's not a delinquent tax sale. It's a piece of property that the county owns that folks are interested in buying, and that's the difference. I understand what you're saying as far as advertising it under the tax delinquent, but it's not.
So it couldn't be added? Okay, all right, I got you.
Think so.
Thank you. Thanks for checking.
Anyone else seek recognition on item number 14? The sponsor renews his motion on item number 14, waiver of rules. Without objection, when the board opens, please cast your vote on item number 14, requiring 16 votes for passage. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk.
17 yes, 7 absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Having received the necessary majority of the votes cast, item number 14 is adopted. That brings us to the end of our regular session. Next order is announcements. Recognize Commissioner Jones.
We had a couple documents laid on our desk. One from the Register of Deeds, some finance documents, and a county clerk. I was waiting on music to stop.
Right here.
Are they all right?
Should have started plugged up that generator.
This is, okay, sure.
Commissioner Jones.
On the loan sheet, is this from you, Teresa? On the top of the second page, the hotel motel with Love City, Bristol, Johnson City, Kingsport, and from the state, I'm looking at what we brought in, and then disbursements. Were those disbursements, is that what we paid to the, we paid that to the trustee?
Trustee, yes.
So where was the money that went to our tourism person at the airport? Where's that show up?
Our office does not distribute that.
Is that comes out of your office,
I'm
Larry?
assuming that comes
The health and trustee's office. It's a lot of money. It's
yes.
just figuring out where all this money's going to. Are they credit card fees, this $95,000, is that what we, the county, pays? Our, like 3.5% that credit cards file?
What section is that under?
It's under credit card fees.
Credit card fees, will be able to use their cards.
I think I mentioned this to tourism, if anybody wants to, or at the Thursday, if anybody wants to come and hear a live broadcast from Israel, at Food City, at the press room in downtown Kingsport. Former Congressman Phil Rowe will be hosting it, and it will be a live stream from Israel, the engineer that's over the dome, and the Sling of David, the two national things they have to stop missiles. So that's Tuesday, September the 2nd, Food City Press Room, downtown Kingsport, 11:30 for lunch, 12 to 1 to meet.
Thanks, sir. Commissioner Vanover.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Everybody should have gotten their invitation just now for the Safe Haven Baby Box Blessing at the Bloomingdale Fire Department. It's going to be August 29th at 12 o'clock. You remember we appropriated money last year for the installation and for the generator and the sign and some of the things to make that work out well. So hope everyone can be there. Travis Ward has worked very hard on this, and I've got to say he was the one that got it done. So hope you can come, and look forward to seeing you then.
Anyone else seek recognition under announcements? Commissioner Harrison.
Just want to say from one of the other sheets that's out here, Herschel Glover says he's going to get this to everybody, and I really appreciate that because it's kind of the old tax relief thing We had a snippet of what it was, and I appreciated that, but this really is going to help people. So we can send this around to our friends and neighbors and let everybody know. So hopefully the media will get a hold of it too, because it's a big thing. So thank you for that.
Commissioner Glover.
Mr. Iverson, Saturday this past weekend, Brenda and I were at Walmart. And a little fellow and his wife came up to us, almost already asking when he could pick up his application. That's how important it is. And the next day, same thing again, but the folks that's just now realizing what's happening with their homeowners insurance and so forth, that was another problem. And this man was 75 years old, his wife is 71, and as of probably the last of this month, his homeowner's insurance he's going to have to cancel because he's going to have to choose which to pay, the tax increase, taxes, or his homeowners. So that's where we're at with this. That's how important it is. And the little fella we talked to Saturday at Walmart, him and his wife, both their income's about $22,000. So thank you.
Anyone else seek recognition? Motion to adjourn. All those in favor of adjournment? Aye. Thank you all very much. Adjourn.
I'll be there. Yes, sir.
Lord willing.
Thank you.